Today we're going to do a bunch of yard work and clean stuff up so that we both don't have to do it in real life. So grab a coffee, sit back and relax, and let's get to trimming. Try the trimming tool by some grass in the garden, so we'll just go ahead and trim the edge. Take that grass down. Alright, we're basically done. That works surprisingly well. Now try cutting some weeds from the garden. I guess that would be these. We need to cut a few more of those. That counted. The benches still seem better days. Let's fix that as well. Press tab to open your tools menu and select the power washer, which would be this one. I have a cannon. Now let's clean the bench until it sparkles. It's a combination of games. This is going to get satisfying. Clean one of the benches. As you wish. I'm going to be busy for a while doing this. This part may not look like much now, but we're going to fix it up. I'm not actually paid to do this. I just... a psychopath like that. The bush is very much in my way. Alright, the bench is going to be harder to clean than I thought. Never mind. It looks like new. Yeah, I missed half of it, but whatever you say. Let's try cleaning one of those dirty walls. Some deep stains or paint. I missed that. Press right click with the washer equipped to switch to focus blast. So this. Clean one the dirty walls. We're going to clean one the dirty walls. You got it. I'll clean all the dirty walls you want me to. You're a very dirty wall and you need to be washed. So far, that seems to be working well. There's like multiple layers of the dirt. Can I just do this for the bigger, broader layers? What's considered a dirty wall? Like the whole thing? Because I could probably focus on a smaller dirty wall. But I guess I need to do it all eventually anyway. I think only the paint needs a stronger blast maybe. Seems so. Everything else seems to come off relatively easy. Luckily this thing's got some reach to it, so we can switch that when we need some of the yellow to come off. I don't know where the whole wall is going to end, but I don't really care. I'm just going to enjoy doing this. We're cleaning the dirty walls. Doesn't it feel good? Yeah, we like it like that. We'll go up over there. I should have made a much bigger coffee than what I did. I wonder if I can tear this vine down. Can I switch my weapons here? I can. Oh, that's good. Alright, I'm going to like this a lot. So I press tab to switch. I got to remember that. I'm liable to forget that quickly. Okay, so the window and window frame are both done. Good job cleaning that wall. It was a window, but sure. There's trash everywhere. Let's fix that. Press tab to open your tools and select a vacuum. We have a trash vacuum, which is a leaf blower that sucks. Is that a real thing? I have a leaf blower. I'm going to try sucking stuff up with it. Close some garbage with the vacuum. Get on in there. If this actually works in real life, you'll never see me again. I'm just going to go around sucking stuff up in the world. Press X to highlight leftover garbage and other things we need to take care of, basically. Press X to highlight remaining work. Stuff you haven't done yet but probably should. Press L with the pressure washer equipped in order to enter free aim mode. Why would I want a free aim? Garden Hero Landscaping Services. That's me. Give me all the garbage. We'll just go around and suck this all up. Someone really left this place a mess. I'm going to enjoy this like a lot. So what do we want to get here? Well, maybe take down some of the weeds. We'll start on some of the perimeter out here. This is us running, by the way. This is as quick as we can go. Eat up those little weeds. Don't worry about the delicate glass window behind it. We're not worried about that. I think we're going to need upgraded tools eventually too, because some of this isn't cutting super nicely and easily. That's actually a hedge. We're apparently not allowed to cut that anyway. There's a nice little weed. We're very skilled with this. We can do a very quick sweep over it, and the grass is even length. We've had many years of experience and training using these. We're going to reveal more garbage down below. And that's actually perfectly okay. The garbage can exist all at once. Normally I feel like we just mulch it up with my trimmer here, and it would become part of the grass. I don't think we're allowed to get away with that here. We need to go along the outside of the hedges. They're also very dirty hedges. I'm not going to switch to my sucker tool for every little piece of garbage I see right now. We're going to do a sweep later. I think we're faster just to trim all the grass out, and then we'll come back and suck all those up. We're going to have to pressure wash a bunch of stuff too. But it's getting better quickly. It's very satisfying the way they set this up. I do enjoy this an awful lot. I don't know if I can crouch or not, but look at the difference. Isn't that nice? We must keep going. We're going to trim the whole world. Every last bit of it. From pole to pole, we're going to trim. Okay, we're going to take that down. going to take that down. Good. We'll circle back and forth a little bit. We're going to work around what appears to be a tree. We don't damage a tree as we go. We're also very delicate. We're extremely precise with this string trimmer. The grass is always exactly the height. Nothing is ever damaged that we don't want to have damaged. So much garbage around. Notice X to highlight the remaining work. That's okay. I want the work. Is this a nice flower? That felt like it might have been a nice flower. There was a pop-up in the upper right telling me something probably important. Weeds completed. Oh, so it's giving me a live progress report on things. So nice. I like this a lot so far. This is good. Look how much nicer this side is. It'd help if I just had, like a lawnmower. But I never said I was a smart landscaper. Or whatever this profession is considered. We go ahead and trim up top too. I'm very skilled with this thing. Ooh, an envelope. Is it full of money? It's full of someone's sketchy secrets. They were murdered in the park. It's our job to figure out who did it. The weeds are down. So we cleared the path basically all down this side. Take out a few more of these little things. It's just one of those very satisfying games. And we'll make some money doing this and we can upgrade our stuff to make it better and faster. Probably do bigger areas, maybe get some proper ride-on lawnmowers. Gonna trim the tops of those. Okay, so I can crouch. There's another weed there. Some of those are actually pretty hard to see, so I'm glad there's the highlight remaining work button. We're gonna see if we can overload this. I don't know if this is gas powered or electric, but we'll see if we can set it on fire by overworking it. So remaining work, there's definitely a little bit there. Press X, there's a bench, there's a little tuft of grass right there. Garbage over there. So yeah, we'll just keep working away a little bit into the center, and that's going to work out really well. This grass wants to be mowed. It's calling for us. I'm going to hit crouch instead of work left a lot, because I'm one with the grass. I'm hard for focus. Wow, that was a sturdy little weed. Prickly and hard to eradicate. There's another little yellow garbage on in there. I think after this we might be able to focus on the garbage because it should all be revealed amongst the weeds. Amongst the forest. And this might be about the end of the string trimmer for this particular park. So that's all completed. A couple more pieces there. Okay, there was the wrong button again. Any more trimmer? Yeah, we got some trimmer over the walls apparently. What I thought was maybe someone's nice details. They grew some nice vines up the walls. Hundreds of years old. We're just going to go ahead and string trim them down. String trim them down. They've been growing these since the 1800s. Now they're getting mulched by somebody with nothing better to do with his time. It really wants to do the alt mode with the pressure washer. I don't really want to do that yet. I'm having fun trimming vines. One more to go. Vines complete. Oh, never mind. Everywhere I look there's more vines. So it's really going to be a sucky and spray show after this. A little suck and spray. Oh, so it shows in the upper left too. It's amazing how tunnel visioned I was. Like, there's all the grass, there's the weeds. We got a few more pieces of garbage to suck up. And then we got to do some pressure washing. Okay, well, let's also, okay, we press Alt. Yeah, to free aim, I get it. Press Caps Lock to toggle auto use. Wait. Oh, okay, so you can just have it go crazy. You're all set. Yeah, I've done this before. We're going to be okay. Everything get inside me. No questions asked. 33, 34. Where are the last pieces hiding? Oh, that was all of them. It's just slow to catch up. All right, pressure washer time. Okay, we can alternate it this way too, which I certainly can appreciate. That way we go back and forth. It's pretty powerful, so we don't need to go really crazy on this. It's not necessarily like pressure washer sim that really makes you work on those. At least not yet. It might get there. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But when I got so many tasks to do, it's nice that I can just sort of blast it off like that. So that's done. Good enough, as they call it. So that rotates it that way. So I kind of like it this way, actually. Like, especially if we're going to do sort of back and forth like this, it's easier for me to just sort of pace back and forth. We can actually take this off pretty quickly, too. I don't know if that wall over there is dirty. That's maybe one of the cleaner walls. But once you get that done, we just go like that and give it a spray. We hit the wrong thing again. I think as long as I get most of it, it's going to be good enough. Sort of like pressure washer sim. We need to get like 95% of it, and then it'll be good enough. Probably. It's going to be so annoying how many times I hit that the wrong way. I might rebind that. I'm far too busy to misclick. We don't have time for that. We've got buildings to clean. Look at the size of those mountains. Cool. Alright, is this wall not done? Do we still need to actually go on that? Actually? The piece is so small. Is this wall connected to another wall? Why isn't it coming off? Very difficult little wall. Okay, well, we'll go worry about another wall for the time being, or benches. We'll worry about some of these benches. They're quite easy to blast off so far. Hitting them so hard, we're stripping the paint right off of them. Nice antique benches. They don't need their wood exterior anymore. They're actually fairly hard to take down now. Couple layers done. Yeah, perfect. It's never been cleaner. Like new. Anyone wants me to hire to clean their furniture, I'll do it. We'll bring our pressure washer right into your house and blast off your furniture. I also do kitchens and bathrooms. Gonna give that a little scrub down. Good. And it's got to be getting close. The garbage can itself is quite dirty. So we'll give that a hot dog style wash. I do think I can enjoy hot dog style a lot better so far. I'm going to continue to. One bench. So in the center of the park is mostly... Look how much better it looks already. This must be what cleaning feels like in real life. The benches seem to need 2 coats. But I think if I get upgraded stuff, it'll be a lot easier though. It'll all go a lot quicker. We give that a little scrub a lub. And back down this side. They might need 2 layers. 2 overs. Okay, so 7 to 23. There's still actually a lot to do. I also didn't really see the ground until now. So that's going to need some work. This one will probably do hot dog style, hamburger style rather. Because I think we can do this fairly quickly. We got to get into those edges too, because edges can be where the dirt hides and we don't necessarily see it. Hopefully we can get wider, more powerful nozzles, but so far this is very nice. I don't mind this one little bit. Back and forth we go. 8 to 23 power wash. Pressure wash. Scrubbing things. Anything left on the ground there? Since it tends to be picky about that. Alright, we're going to start sprinting as well. I forgot I could do that. So we'll sprint back and forth, making those little adjustments as we go. That actually reminds me of placing sails on a raft. When I placed 10,000 sails on the raft, I did essentially this, but on a bigger scale. Took a lot longer than that. I don't miss those days. Actually, I do. That was a lot of fun. So that wall is more or less done. I guess all these window features count though, like this is 2 different features, the frame and the window. So we'll maybe blast those out of there. I don't think I can get on top, so I don't think it's going to be that picky. Those 2 are done. This wall is pretty dirty. Window. We'll do the window over there. There's no windows over there. Those people don't deserve windows. So we'll go up and down. Done those 2. Yeah, see, we're making rapid progress suddenly on power washing. Oh, what is this? Highlight remaining. Okay. So there's a few different pieces we gotta do. Got it. So it's X to highlight remaining. Oh, okay, we can't actually make that go away, it seems. Hamburger style engage. So we'll sprint back and forth here. It is powerful. I do like that because we only just have to give it a quick once over to make it go away. Nice straightish lines. We'll do some slight adjustments as we go. This, I feel like, will take a lot of focus and actually fatigue my nervous system quite a lot. Worth it. That's why we top ourselves up on caffeine so much. So that ugly wall still wants to be annoying. We'll do this wall then. We're a lot slower when we strafe now that I'm doing this. I'm actually a lot quicker to run forward and back. But I can also do some micro adjustments here back and forth as well. That are going to make things go away for us. Off we go. Done. Okay, what's left on this wall exactly? I see nothing. Is there some on the edge? Is it up top? Why do you mock me, wall? There. Not sure where that was. But it's gone now. It can't hurt us any longer. Wait, is that one not done? What wall is it referring to? It's on the window. Now I'm just confused. I'm getting mixed messages from the wall. That's pretty clean except for the paint spot. Paint costs extra. We'll remove it afterwards. I just want to be very thorough right now trying to get the rest of it. The wall also gets wet and sort of looks like dirt at the same time. So I'm sure I'm going to spend a lot of time spraying wet walls assuming it's dirt. So really just the tough spots left now. I could weed whack it off the wall. So I guess I'll just very thoroughly go over it this time. Okay, that feels pretty eradicated. I don't know a good way to do this. Maybe we'll start in the perimeter. We'll draw it out. And we'll make constellations. This one looks like a giraffe. Now it's gone. This one looks like Batman. I definitely did a horrible job outlining it. Okay, there's still very slight marks of it though. You still see those? Like there's even one up there. This one looks like a duck or a dragon. Basically the same thing. Okay, we're going to remove the dragon from the wall. Follow that perimeter around. Up she goes, down around there. Done. Okay, so that wall's done. We're 21 to 23, so we got to do that wall, and I got to finish this wall. But I got to go carefully sort of scrub over what's left here. The pieces are hard to see. There must be just enough left. There. I knew it had to be close. This time I'm going to start with the yellow spots. This might actually be a bad idea. But if I can just get the outline done and then just pressure wash everything inside that, it should eradicate it altogether. Seems to have done so. This one looks a little bit like Pac-Man. So we're going to go ahead and remove Pac-Man from the world. He had his day, now he must go. I don't know who spray painted walls like that. They weren't very graffiti artists. Okay, not that one. I'm not an idiot, I know what I'm doing. So now we should be able to rapid fire the wall down. Good. A little more over there. We go back and forth. Yep, good. And up we go. Is that it? What's left? A little bit up there. A little bit there. Done. 23 out of 23. Finish level. Isn't it beautiful? You brought life back to my little corner of the world. Thank you. I didn't do it for you. I did it for the money. Where's my money? 100%. That feels good. Suburban house. I just bought this place as a fixer-upper and the yard definitely shows it. The grass has been left to grow wild. There's junk scattered everywhere and the patio hasn't been cleared in years. Before I can really start making the house my own, I need help getting the yard back into shape. Upgrade time. What do you want to upgrade? The pressure washer is probably what I find the most annoying so far. So we can get focus nozzle upgrade. So I can make it bigger or I can make the nozzle spread bigger. I think that's going to be the most time consuming. So we want wide nozzle spread up. That was $375. All the other upgrades are pretty expensive. We can't actually afford anything. All right, so we're going to go help Mrs. Beasley. We did just help Mr. Fenwick. That's all done. All right. Mrs. Beasley, whatever your name was, I'm here to help. I am ridiculously expensive, so I hope you brought your checkbook. All right. Let's check the scope of work. You got a nice big driveway or two. Lots of lawn trimming. Lots and lots of lawn trimming to do. I should buy a lawnmower at some point. I feel like a lawnmower would be much better suited to this. It doesn't look like there's as much pressure washing, but there's definitely going to be some. This house is what we call a fixer-upper. Alright, well let's take the garbage out of the path straight away. That just feels like some easy progress to make. We can start invoicing her as we go. I'm going to pay by the item removed. And I guess we'll start trimming our way along. It's going to be satisfying. This is going to be so good. It would be nice to have a big area here. If I had known this was the level, I might have increased the string trimmer instead. But we just work our way along. Trimming that out. We also got the nice big driveway swaps we can do here real quick. We'll clear out the front of the house. That way it looks like we're doing a lot more work than we are. Was that whole that strip? Yeah. The vines are literally overtaking the garage. She said this is a fixer-upper. I suspect it's more of a teardown if that's happening with the garage. There's quite a bit of pressure washing actually. So this should be a wider spray. It definitely is. And how I use it probably matters more than anything. So we'll try and get the full effect of it. Mr. Spot in there. I'm kind of stuck on my own truck. I'm not a real smart pressure washer. Okay, we'll go up and down. I might have to go all the way up to the garage front thing. That little slope. Let down, I don't know what that's called. Now we'll do the big one. We should be able to do this fairly quickly though with the big spray. Let me just go ahead and get in there a little bit so I can just not have to worry about that anymore. And then we hit it in reverse. Probably walking right into all the neighborhood dogs and children's and stuff, but that's okay. I'm busy, I'm a professional. Oh, this is different segments. Okay, well that's good. So that's all done. We can do a garage door real quick. We don't even have to do the backyard. By the time she pays the bill, we'll be long gone. As long as it looks good from the curb, she'll assume it's all good. Done. The whole front of the house actually needs to go too. But this is where the big swath is going to come in handy. Yeah, that's much better. So that whole face is done. We got to do these ones. Look how much better it is already though, right here. It's starting to look like someone actually lives here and or cares about it. Blast all that down nice and quick. The focus spray would also be good, but I don't think we got a lot of focus spray needs, and probably not going to need a whole lot of them moving forward. If we step back, the spray actually gets quite wide. Did that get the door as well? I didn't see. Yeah, I guess it did. All right. It's knocked those windows out. I managed to clean right through them. Lucky for me. We get to paint more constellations off the wall. We'll do some nice little circles. That one's about gone. I don't know who spray painted this lady's house, but you might consider not buying it if people are painting it. Guess it's too late for her now. That's quite a splatter. It's like a paint bomb exploded on it. Someone was carrying paint to the inside of the house, tripped and fell, and that was the result. A big glob of paint permanently on the side of the house. Okay, we're going to trim these off. I assume the power on these will make these go quicker, but I don't find this part so bad. So we'll go ahead and clean on up there. Best we can. And move on over there. I like how you don't have to be super thorough with some of these little nooks and crannies. Like that, super easy. Now the whole front of the house is cleaned up at least. Doesn't that feel better? The grass is tall, but that's kind of a nice feature. This means you have a healthy lawn. So I don't know the quickest way to use this yet. We're going to have to figure this out. We can trim this actually really quick though, so we can really just sort of fly through this. Having a big area in this would help. I assume we're going to be doing a lot of this moving forward. The world tends to have a lot of grass and weeds, but we can go quite quickly with this. I'm glad there's no stamina. That would have been maddening in a game like this. Basically chore simulator. Although I can find this stuff very relaxing. On a nice day that's not too hot and not too cold, you just watch progress happen. The fence is also dirty. I didn't see that before. It would be nice to mulch out the weeds just a touch faster, and I assume we'll get there at some point. At some point is the key word there. Okay, we're going to beat up both of those, and we'll work our way down to the corner now. Where we belong. Fence down, fence down. Whoop, didn't get that. Okay, we're going to get the big spiky weed. Those are so tough. They're like the boss weed. Okay, was that everything here? A little bit around there. So that's everything but the fences. We're going to hamburger hot dog style them. I think I know my basic food groups by now. It's embarrassing. This one's got to go down. This should be nice and quick to take that down. It's satisfying because nothing here takes overly long to do. The task is done and then we get to move on to the next one. You get to feel that progress as we go. This will be a nice strip. Wonder if we can just sort of run straight down. Same way we do the pressure washer. Rampage. All the way to the back and then backwards. Sort of make adjustments as we go. We're going to miss strips doing this definitely. I can't do it in a straight line very well. Okay, we'll just run down the fence line real quick. I can't see what I'm doing, but we're probably mulching something. Probably a lot of lost kids and dogs in this grass. Yeah, it's probably faster to do it this way. We can actually move a lot like this. And if we get a more powerful thing, we may be able to mulch the weeds as we go. We're definitely hurting them at least. Okay, that one. Like, we just did just about this whole strip now. And that didn't take long at all. We're just ultra efficient as per usual. Oh, this is actually a nice manicured thing. I don't know what that is. It looks expensive. Far too expensive for whoever looked after this place. Because they did not seem to have a lot of care for this. Or they were unable to do it. Either way, it's to my benefit now because I get to profit. The neglect is my gain. The vines are going down, so we got almost half the weeds. A third of the garbage, we'll call it. 42% of the grass. We can actually see those little tufts mocking me. Some of these will go down super quick though. The garbage sucking is probably going to be the last upgrade, because it tends to be very quick. Not really a lot of problem there. So that whole wall needs to go. Let's get this little bit of garbage here, because we can see it. We'll knock these down. Any this fence bad? Nope, the fence is actually good. So pressure wash it is. Starting perhaps here. High speed pressure wash down their wall. Pressure washer so strong it strips the paint right off. Does that wall? Oh yeah, I guess it needs that part, huh? Right. Getting this part bigger would be nice. Although it does go pretty quick once you just accept that you gotta do it and focus. Like so many things. We give you a spray back and forth. Up we go. A little bit more. Good. Back and forth. Give that a big old spray. Big old spray over here. Good. That's all done. Window in the window frame. The wall's got to be closed. We actually have to get down there. What am I missing here? Spot it there. There it is. I knew it had to be close. Look how quick it goes. Like, look how much better that is than where it was. To the backyard. We can maybe employ a similar strategy here. We keep nice straight lines. We got a little bit of a guide on that one side. This thing could definitely be a little wider, probably, given how much grass we gotta cut. That's likely going to be my next upgrade. We want to be efficient about this, obviously. Time is money. We missed a strip there. We got a little offline. To be fair, it is a little bit hard to keep it online. We might have to make little adjustments. Maybe this is a better way to do it. We're still sprinting and moving quite quickly. That's no good. No, we need to take full bites. Full bites or nothing. So going back and forth might just be better anyway. Because then we can still cut full swaths a little more in control. Ultimately, this might be faster. It doesn't really matter. It's all going to get cut reasonably quick. It probably makes a little difference overall. It is fun to do the back and forth strips. My Roblox strategy. Okay, we're going to get a little bit back here. Some vines up there. A little bit there. So how are we looking back here? Just a bunch of garbage in the ground that was hiding in the grass. A little bit there. Easy. Super easy. Trim that up. Work our way back around. Ooh, it's good. We'll pull out the pressure washer very soon again and get back to that. The grass is actually getting pretty done now. We're 66% of the way done. 67, 68, 69. So it's moving along quite quickly, really. We just keep on mulching. What is this thing? Why do they have an outhouse? Alright, well, they got an outhouse in the yard. For when your plumbing gives up. I guess it's pretty foolproof. A hole in the ground is probably fairly reliable, actually. I can see very little fault with that strategy. I like whoever lived here was just dumping garbage in their backyard. Or it was the neighbors. They saw the state of the yard and were probably very inclined. You know what? This is the neighbor's yard. Over there is where they're building a nuclear bomb, and this is where all the garbage landed. Sucky time. So much garbage. It is a good job of keeping it all very satisfying. Like even this, we don't have to do much, but it's going to be good. Pressure washer, I think, is still the most tedious point of all this. But it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I didn't see the garbage up there either. You think this thing would suck up more than one item at a time. It doesn't really obey the laws of physics that way very well. One item at a time. Then it will work on the next. Okay, that's done. This little gazebo shouldn't take long. It does have some spray paint in the center. But this thing seems to have unlimited range, so that's definitely going to help. Doing the upper part is going to get annoying maybe. I didn't really see that. But maybe we can get away with just doing the lower part more so. Not really sure yet. We'll work our way on there. We're going to do it this way then. So we can work our way around the little... how many sides on this? Is it an octagon? I'm going to estimate an octagon. I don't have time to count. I'm too busy. The gazebo. The geometric gazebo. Okay, I got stuck in something there. That wasn't my fault. Actually, this one I didn't do a very nice job of. These are going to be hard to see, so I really got to be diligent with them. If I don't get all the yellow stains, it's going to be hard to come back and get them properly. That one has been defeated. This one looks like a turtle. They're all shaped like animals. We're giving ourselves the, I can't remember what it's called, the ink blot test. I think it's named after a person. Nothing I would know anything about. Everything just looks like food to me. Or animals, but that's the same thing. Up and down we go. Up and down, yep. It's white underneath apparently. I'm not sure if the water is just drying out. What am I even blasting off at this point? The gazebo's a little bit annoying to do. Okay, good. They didn't make that harder than it had to be. We'll go to the house maybe afterwards. We can go ahead and clear off this fence probably real quick. Probably very little issue. Done. Any more fence right here? That one. The dirt skipped every few fence panels conveniently. Now their outhouse. This should go pretty quick, maybe with the exception of their yellow spot on there. Whatever that is. You might not want to know. And we'll do the up and down. We gotta stay fairly close to this one so we can't get as wide of a spray. Thanks, geometry. We'll do a little bit more of that. Now we just gotta take care of those little yellow ones that are actually everywhere on this. We'll do some little circles. Is that good? Sometimes the wet material definitely looks the same as dirt left over. Oh, so the door was its own separate thing. We're going to go ahead and spray through these vines like a professional would. Vines can wait, they're a feature. So is that the whole thing done? Looks like it. Okay, we got some more vines going out of the windows. We're playing a lot of Jumanji in this house. I'm pretty sure I didn't just touch that. Maybe I did. My body is just reacting. I've had so much caffeine it just swaps tools automatically. Tear this all up. Ooh, that's going to be good. Going down. So the backyard's getting pretty close. We just got some garbage in the house. We got to do this little strip. But this won't take long at all. Not with my super weed whacker. String trimmer 10,000. A bigger area would definitely be good. I'm assuming that's going to be the next thing I upgrade. Pressure washer is probably still going to take the longest, but the next upgrade I assume is going to be quite a bit more money. This feels like a bigger job though, so I might make more on this one. I assume we're paid by the size. Maybe also the experience. I'm basically 100% more experienced than I was last job. Okay, we're going to go back for these. No man left behind. That covers vines as well. So the grass is now 95% done. I'm assuming once you hit its threshold, it will just automatically cut those little tufts that are around too. The weeds are done. There's only 4 weeds left, which is mostly going to be these, I think. Garbage is almost done. Weeds are nearly done. The timer's a little slow to catch up. I find that strange. Okay, we're going to pressure wash this into submission. Now we're going to sucky some garbage. We are a very skilled sucker. So the weeds, there's still one more weed out there somewhere. Not sure where at this point. I see it actually. It's right there. So these are going to be done. Now we're just going to pressure wash the rest of the house. And that should go down nice and quick. Back and forth with this. And then we're going to go up that side. Did the door frame already get done? Yeah, it did. We also got to do probably all this furniture too, don't we? No, we're just going to do this until it shines, until it makes happy sounds. We don't need to do a good job. We just need to do a wee job. Are you guys happy yet? No? Oh, you might have harder stuff on you actually. Yeah, you definitely do. I don't know what they spilled on these chairs. Oh, it's just the yellow stuff again. We can actually take this off pretty easy probably. Pressure washing these I feel definitely would strip the paint. Wow, look how shiny that is. Should get extra money for that. They're individual pieces. I thought it would be a patio set. No matter. I charge by the patio set especially. Now we're going to go down. There's my missing piece. So this one needs to be done still. Done. Now we'll go back to Big Boy here. The rest of the patio should go down pretty quickly. We're very nearly done. We don't have many pieces left to do. Okay, we done that. And this outer strip is actually, it's maybe its own piece. I saw it had some dirt left on it at least. So we sprint up and down, get the rest of that. Go up here, down here, going here. We'll take down this little strip. Done there. So we got a little bit more over here. Now we just got to focus on this little wall. That shouldn't be too bad, especially with our side-to-side technique. We're going to go ahead and have this thing done in no time. It is a super pressure washer, the likes of which have never been seen before. It feels like I'm cheating with this. Wonder if I could stop and buy new stuff now. No, I think I gotta finish the level. I only have $165. They won't mind me standing on their newly washed table. I washed it, I get to make the rules. If I got a problem with that, I'm gonna cover it in dirt again. And centuries of black mold. Was that the wall that went that easy? I feel like the wall wasn't done yet. That's fine. Ooh, that's a nice big wall. Look how satisfying that is. A wide open face like that. I could definitely be more efficient with my pressure washer, so I'm going to. That was most of the lower area. Top area, same thing. We do nice big wide swaths. I like how we can do it like as quick as we want. We don't have to take our time. We can absolutely go blah 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 and then it's done. But there's something satisfying about doing it not too quick. Not too quick, not too slow. So we've only got 3 painted walls left. This being one of them, so there'll be 2 more hiding out there somewhere. Might be some fence panels or something. I missed some furniture or something. That is all done. This isn't done. No, it is. What's highlighted? Oh, we're done. That was it suddenly. That's a shame. We want to do more. Look how much better it looks though. It looks very plain now. Done. Give me my money. This looks so much better already. Thanks for helping me take the first step towards turning this place into a real home. Whatever you say, imaginary person. 100% done. Where's my money? We're up to 945. So this can get weed cutting power going up or increased cutting range. 675 for the wider nozzle for the pressure washer. I think I want to increase cutting range on my string trimmer. We also have more for weed cutting power if we want, or the focus nozzle can get bigger. I don't want the garbage upgrade. We can have increased weed cutting power. I feel like the next level is going to be big for that trailer park. I knew it. Our trailer park has been messy for too long, and people are starting to get tired of it. The weeds are high, trash is piling up. The whole place just feels run down. A cleanup would really lift everyone's spirits. Ronnie. Ronnie's a fake name. We're collecting those stars. I thought they might be like skill points so we could level up our skills. But no such luck. Alright, we dropped ourselves straight in here. Let's assess the situation. Weeds galore, grass galore. I'm glad I upgraded this. It seems much bigger already. We're so good we can hold this in the sky and wield it. The weeds seem to go down pretty quickly. Alright. There's a lot of grass. So I upgraded the right thing, that's for sure. We're start mowing it down. We are 0% of the way done these weeds and grass. We'll try and get most of this done. We don't need to be entirely thorough with it. I think as long as we get it 98% of the way there, good enough. Those big prickly boys are still going to give me a fight. Some of the smaller weeds are going down basically instantly though. And that feels good. Okay, that one's gone down. We'll move over here, tear all that down, get the shrub out of the way. Back and forth we go. That can go down. That can go down. Good. 26% of the way done to grass already. It's so quick. So what is blitz our way in here? We don't need to see what we're doing. We're going by feel. We just feel what we're running into. If it's hard, then it's probably not meant to be weed whacked. Work our way over through this little bit. Okay, that's good. This whole little back area is nice and done. I wonder if they know they're going to have to like keep mowing the lawn. They clearly let it go for a while. I fixed it up, but I'm not inclined to believe they're going to keep up with the yard work suddenly. They can keep hiring me to come back. I'm happy to keep doing it. We'll put them on contract. $400,000 a year. I'll keep this place tidy. Is this supposed to be a trailer park? I suppose it is. I suppose it is. There are multiple trailers. I couldn't see past the weeds. We'll go eat that stuff up, go around. Yep, good. We got to get all these vines that are up there too. Those are starting to annoy me. In fact, we'll cut them down now. Oh, there's some on this side too. These people live in a jungle apparently. Those weeds take over absolutely everything. I missed a little shrub there. Couldn't hope I go back and get it. I'm hoping my cutting area is so big now that we are also cutting like everything. We're hopefully missing far less tufts of grass. I don't know where we've gotten suddenly. We're going on a little journey, but we're 70% of the way done the grass. That's good. That's a lot of grass we got through. Cut that little bit and the weeds. It's nice how quick the weeds get cut. I do appreciate that a lot. Some of those just disintegrate. So I do want more power here. This and the pressure washer definitely would need to get bigger. The garbage thing doesn't bother me. I feel like I don't need to really upgrade that much at all. Alright, how are we doing? There's a little tuft of grass there. There's a few over here I missed entirely. Sloppy work. From a sloppy person. Alright, this little bit should go down nice and quick, especially with this bigger cutting head. Yeah. Away they go. Cutting head, cutting twigs, cutting space. Cutting line. Okay, the weeds are complete. Are they though? There's still weeds here. The grass is complete. Oh, a single weed was complete. There's still a couple weeds up on these things. There's only a few left. Somewhere, right there. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we sucky. Maybe the upgraded version of this can upgrade to suck 2 garbages at once. Which wouldn't be the end of the world. But for now, 1 at a time is still really fine. I think it's pretty cheap to upgrade, but we'll hopefully get lots of money for this. I'm hoping the jobs get progressively more valuable. Can you give me that one, those 2, all of that? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, multiple of these would be so much easier. This is quite slow suddenly. It's a very garbage heavy level. But we're turning it into a pristine place. They're gonna think billionaires live here. I assume billionaires have nice yards. I don't know. I don't particularly know a lot of billionaires, but I'd assume they just pay someone else to handle it all. Okay, garbage is only a few pieces left. I think this is maybe going to be the last little cluster of it. The last stand of the garbage. Actually, that might not have been it. Yep, it sure was. Now we got a pressure wash. So we'll go ahead and, yep, just blast our garbage bins. Like it's nobody's business. That one's done. What about this little roundy? That one's done. Alright, what's next? Just some trailers. Only one side sturdy at a time. These should go down pretty quick thanks to my bigger area. The windows are still separate entities. That's interesting. The door probably will be too then. But we can mostly get it all done at once. Done. Same for over here. We go to a nice big swath. Back over here. Up over here. Beautiful. We can spray them all the way back here too. It starts to get a little loose when we're that far out. Is the window done? Looks like it. Right, so we gotta circle this so we do the outline, getting way out to the extreme parts of it, and then just fill in the middle. Didn't really do a nice job of that. But I did a nice enough job. This one looks like Africa and sort of Asia. Australia would be here, but it's gone. Never existed at all. Okay, around we go. There was a little bit there, so now we just sort of fill in the gaps very thoroughly. No yellow on my watch. The world clearly has a lot of yellow paint-loving bandits in it. They're just spray painting everything. It would be nice to get a little bit bigger of a spray for this, but for how little of this stuff we do, I don't really need that upgrade particularly yet. But I also don't know what the next level is going to be. So we got to do that one. There's actually a lot of pressure wash left. But these do have multiple pieces on them. Like this has like 12 different pieces by itself. This is a super trailer. We're starting to get pieces done. Really got to take advantage more of the wideness of this spray. Really wasting a lot of my potential here. So just the white spots now. That's not a pressure washer. I knew that. Circle around. This mobile home wall is 54% done. And we just need a little more to get it. That done? That's about done. And around we go. All the way back. Down and up. All the way around. And fill in the gap. Alright, that one's done. We still have 12 more things to do. Which might be all sides of this trailer maybe. Yep. All 12 sides. That's okay, that'll go quick. The yellow things are the most time consuming. Doing the broad faces goes quickly, so I don't know if I actually need to make this thing any bigger. Not the general sprayer. Where did I miss the dirt? Windows. Windows are done? Good. Now we just get the little ones. We could definitely be doing these faster than we have been. I was trying to be thorough with them because the first one was such a wily character. That one's done. And this little one. That technique is kind of fun where we just sort of surround it like that. And then swirl it in. Inner world swirls. Window's done. This side is about done. There. Now we just gotta do this side is easy. There's hardly any windows. Oh, and this shed too apparently. At least it is a very enjoyable experience overall. The width of this really is great. Bigger would be better, but isn't that always the case? Back and forth it goes. That's gotta be done. There's a little bit there. Really? Am I missing something? What am I missing? Does that side count as part of it? I feel like I'm missing something very obvious on this. Wait, right there. Maybe also on the other side then? Another obvious part? Is there underneath? Is it the roof? What am I missing? I haven't really been missing any things in this yet. Well, we're dwelling on that problem. We'll go over here. We're going to blast water straight into this guy's air vent. They should appreciate that. Going to clean the inside and the outside of their trailer. So the truck needs to be done. The building needs to be done. Something here. Oh, maybe that was it? There. Apparently that was it. It even took a second to register. It's like the game itself was going, I'm not really sure where the dirt is. That's okay. We found it together, game. You're in good hands. I'll treat you very well. I always treat the games I play with amazing respect and dignity. Gonna give this a nice little wash. Some water up in the radiator. Flush it right out. Helps keep it cool. Fresh water in there. Is there something on top? Okay, we might have to get a little bit more involved on this one. Get right up on top. How do we scooch on under there? Kind of like that. We'll start with the walls of the truck bed. They may have a technical name. I'm not sure. But we're going to call them walls of the truck bed. Because I call things very literally what they are. That wasn't anywhere near done, but I'm not going to complain. Tilt-a-whirl my doohickey and up we go. Is it mostly in the pillars that the dirt is? Seems like it. Not really anything there. That's got some dirt for sure. That's got some dirt for sure. That one's fine. Gotta go all the way around on this. I assume the outside of the pillars also have it. I really like the faces that I can just stand and get in one direction. The spray paint bandit has also been here, lucky for us. My mortal enemy. So we'll remove their beautiful contribution. Go back to art school. Up and down we go. Okay, so just a little bit of yellow. But nice if my wider spray would get so powerful I could take that out. But I don't think that's going to be the case ever. It's actually very time consuming to do this structure. They put up such a nice structure to protect the truck too, and it didn't really keep it very clean, did it? This is the final one. Pressure washing will be done after this. So if we get all of that, we might be able to mostly just get this. That might actually be it. Yeah, okay. So that's done. Level finished. Look how beautiful it is. You did a great job. The park looks welcoming again, and the neighbors are already happier. Thank you. Thank my wallet. Actually, I'll thank your wallet. $1,100 for us. What's the next level going to be? Drive-in theater. That's going to be a lot of grass. I bought this lot to bring back the drive-in theater experience, but right now it's a complete mess. I want families to enjoy movies here, not worry about stepping on junk. Help me make this a place people actually visit, Mark. We could actually still make $255 to only do 70% of the job. Which, I'm not going to lie, is kind of tempting. We're going to get more range on our weed whacker. We got 375 left. I feel like garbage might actually be a thing here. Increased vacuum absorption power. I might actually get that. I know I said I wasn't going to do that, but I lied. Absorbing multiple things at once. I feel like there's going to be a lot of garbage here. I feel like it's going to be a lot of grass and garbage. And I wasn't wrong. Look at the size of my circle. Could trim an entire continent with this thing. Let's have a look around. So there's a little bit of pressure washer work over there. We can watch a movie while we're working. A little bit of pressure work there. Yeah, so far it's really just a lot of this. A lot of trimming. Look at this swath we cut now. We're not really any quicker on weeds, but we cut a giant swath as we go. We'll upgrade power for weeds later, but the time-consuming part will just be the mountains of grass, which are quickly falling before us. They have no chance at all. We're defeating the blades of grass by the billions. We're going to wander over in this direction. I'm not going to be really diligent about cutting every little piece because, as I said earlier, once we get to about 95%, I'm pretty sure it just trims off those last little bits anyway. Sort of famous last words at the same time. I might end up spending an hour looking for the last little grain of grass. I should play more games like this. It's very enjoyable. I think I played Lawnmower Sim before. I don't know if I drove a lawnmower in Grand Theft Auto 5. That much I'm sure about. Okay, we'll just finish this little part over here. Okay, back and forth. Done. Yeah, okay. We did that whole area really quick. It's so satisfying to see that even grass. I legitimately do sometimes watch grass cutting videos in real life. I don't know what's wrong with me either. Probably a great deal of things. Luckily, that doesn't stop me from mowing grass in games. I still feel like a ride-on lawnmower would be the way to do this. Even a push mower is probably quicker. Although this is getting pretty wide. A push mower conceivably isn't that much wider than one of these. Not in its current state. And I'm pretty sure it's more upgradable. But this thing is absolutely tearing through this field of grass. So maybe base the upgrades based on the upcoming levels. We'll make informed decisions for the first time ever. We're actually 24% of the way through the grass already. 1/4 of it done, and I feel like that's going to be the majority of the level. And then there's more money for us. Should we try out our super sucker power? Okay, well, it doesn't suck up multiple things, but it does suck them up quicker. So I guess there's always that. Okay, we're going to mulch up that. Back to the garbage sucking. Yeah, I don't know if it was worth it getting the extra power in this sucker. It'll help somewhat, especially if we have a lot of garbage to do here, I guess. I was just hoping to pick up multiple things at once. But that's okay. We can dream. Dreams are sometimes all we got. And we could probably do this a little quicker than we are too. Though it's one of those big tough weeds. Like we can really cut a big swath and move quickly. We can also do the back and forth technique. Actually with this too, we could probably go like this. Almost treat it like a regular lawnmower. Because then at least we can see where we're going somewhat. Because we can actually look up pretty high and still touch the ground. Physics aren't really super important to this game. We could try it like that for a sec. And we'll go this way. It's a little hard to see what's coming up, but we got a pretty good idea, so we can like go that way if we want. And then we can make an abrupt turn. We might have missed some grass there. This probably also isn't the most efficient way of doing it, but I'm enjoying it. We definitely missed some grass there. This time we're going to have to go a little bit into the sides. Just to be sure we're getting all the grass along the edges, because I have no idea how efficient I am cutting right now. We can't even walk in there. Like, there's a barrier here. We keep going. Cut all that out. Do a little wiggly wiggle. Actually, it's probably best to do a little wiggle back and forth, but it's annoying to view it that way. We could be cutting conceivably quite a lot wider than we are. The edges are always going to be the hard part. It's sort of the opposite of a puzzle effect. I think we're in front of this. Where are we? Yeah, we're in front of the screen. We're in front of the screen. Okay, we found the edge again. We're going to keep going like this. If I could be constantly mowing, actually, that's kind of big progress for us. We're 50% of the way done the grass. Won't be long here. No, we're definitely not. Well, I completely lost the plot there for a sec. I don't know if this is working very well. It sort of is, sort of isn't. Actually kind of disorienting doing that. This whole swath we can almost cut in one go anyway. So we just will. No need to overthink it, we're cutting grass. Because this, if we just drift back and forth a little bit, we can actually get the whole thing pretty quick. Probably actually quicker than we are. This thing's got some juice. High horsepower trimmer. We blow that one up, we blow that one up. I have the same problem when I'm mowing stuff in the yard. Sometimes the grass and stuff gets a little long and I end up mulching up a bunch of flowers and expensive looking things, and yeah, that usually goes over very well. I can't help it, I don't know what's in there. I want to do a good job, so you just gotta mow everything. If it's mowable, I assume it needs to be mowed. Okay, we're gonna go this way a little bit. Like, parts like that make me worry because we might have actually missed a lot of those little tufts along the edge. Because I can't walk in there either, so it's a little bit awkward to get to those. I just wanted to change it up a little bit, go for a little stroll this way. We do cut a very big swath. I keep looking at, like, sort of guesstimating where the string is when I really should just be using those lines. We'll do much better if I actually pay attention to the lines and the width. I also want to smooth out some of these edges. We could do this a lot more efficiently if I got smoother boundaries. So now we can go down here. This is maybe actually better if I don't sprint this way, so we can actually cut quite a bit more of this. And just like that, we're jumping up to, what's our percent? 67. So we'll actually be done the trimming in no time, and that's really the majority of this job, I think. Pressure washing, we got 29. Garbage, we got almost 100, so the upgrade to the thing might have been worth it. It'll save us a little bit of time. Why we're saving time, I don't know. We're here to enjoy the ride. It's about the journey, not the destination. And our journey is tromping through the grass. The snake-infested, bug-infested, tick-infested grass. Alright, let's keep going this way then. 75%. The progress goes so quickly. How much time has passed? I feel like it's one of those games where suddenly I look at the clock and like another 20 minutes has passed and another 20 minutes has passed. Then I think, I don't have time to be looking at the clock. I need to be mowing grass. We've got stuff to do. Okay, how are we looking? Did we get most of the grass so far? Actually, we're doing pretty diligent about the grass. I didn't know I had to pressure wash the whole thing. But that's so big, I think I can do the back and forth technique, and I assume the yellow paint bandit was less inclined to spray paint the ground. But he might not be that smart to begin with. Well, he has been here at least, so that's fun. Clearly he really likes yellow. Nothing else in the world exists for him. Just yellow. Okay, we'll mulch those down while we're at it. Weeds are 2/3 of the way done as well. Grass is getting reasonably close to done. We just gotta keep mulching away around these weird little buildings. I don't even know what this one is. Bathroom maybe? Do drive-ins have bathrooms? It's quite a step to get up there. That's curious. They gotta fire their architect. Now we're gonna work our way around the back. I just want to get the building areas done because these are a little bit more tedious. I like those wide open spaces. Yeah, and then when you do have a nice little wide open space back here we can work with. There's so much garbage hiding down here. I think that's like an ice box, maybe. Or when people want some ice while watching their movie. That might be a thing. Mulch up all that. Keep working along. Yeah, this will be good. Take those weeds down. The weaker weeds explode almost instantly. We'll work our way towards the concession, work a little bit around the garbage. Get that over here. Take a big bite, work our way to here maybe, and back again. Also get this. Only a few pieces of weeds left. That's one of them. And then we keep going along like this. Oh, okay. I didn't see what the percentage just jumped up there, but there's 1 or 2 weeds. This almost looks like a flower. We could just leave it, really. Now, where's our missing weeds? We probably left some pines somewhere. That would be my guess. Yeah. Right here. 1, 2. Not sure where number 3 is hiding, actually. Somewhere out there, there's a weed. For now, we're going to keep going and get the garbage, which really is sitting in all sorts of places. I can't remember what the earnings for this level were, but they seem like they might be pretty good. And that's something we could live with. It's really, really unfortunate we can't get multiple garbages at once. Life would be so much easier if that was the case. Are there some weeds over here I missed? There's some garbage. No weeds on the bathrooms? There it is. There's actually more pressure washing than I originally thought here, but it is a pretty big level. Grass was still likely to be the biggest of them. A little bit of garbage over there. Okay, we're gonna do this. Eat some of these up. Now that I see some back here, I did. It was trying to hide from me. 2/3 of the way done the garbage. So much garbage. This will be satisfying to pressure wash. I'm actually looking forward to doing this. We're going to do the annoying parts first and then finish off with this big old area. That'll be good. We'll really be able to... we'll probably actually be able to do that fairly quickly. What kind of road is this? I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what kind of road that is. Maybe that's what all driving roads look like. Specialized roads. Alright, garbage, where are we hiding? Probably on the shelves of things. I think I did that one already. I think I did this one already. Oh no, we're done the garbage. It's just delayed. Speaking of garbage, let's get the pressure washing. There's 29 objects to pressure wash. That might include individual walls though. Or is it the whole building? The yellow bandit has been here as well. How lovely. I think these are going to be quicker to do hot dog style. And we'll try our new technique of like, we just do increasingly small circles. So we just do the nice perimeter and then we just sort of do a half overlap on the way in. And then we get impatient and just do the rest anyway. Probably fine. We got to swap back to this one real quick. Is the door considered a separate entity here? Looks like it was. Alright, then we just go up and down on this until the happy sound happens. Actually, we still got to do the front of this. I lied. We'll do the yellow part first. I am looking forward to upgrading that part as well. We'll go across here. And done. Alright, now the garbage can. There's a lot of garbage cans around. It's a shame nobody uses them. They just throw the garbage around. And then they got to pay me to come and pick it up. Back and forth. Window is its own entity again. That feels good. That whole wall is its own entity. This is the big wall. I would worry that this is going to take me a long time, but like our pressure washer is legitimately huge. Did I get all that? Seems like I did. The icebox needs its own little attention, it looks like. And that's now done. And the rest of the wall won't be far behind. Now we go up and across here. Back and forth we go. And done. How's the front looking? Absolutely abysmal. So we'll take a step back so we get a good wide spray while still getting enough pressure to do it all. Yeah. It works so quickly like this. That's super satisfying. Alright. I think that stuff's all done. We gotta do these little ones. These go nice and quick at least. We do have some yellows on these buildings. Quite a yellow too. They really got carried away with this one. Now, good enough? Probably. There was a little bit of yellow on the front. This one's not so bad. We're going to do a very lazy job on it. Pizza, hot dogs, tacos, and burgers. Very straightforward stuff. All the best cuisine in the world. We'll do a nice little circle around this. Make sure that's good and taken care of. That one was actually quite a bit bigger than it looked. Those yellow edges really feather out there. That's what he gets for being a sloppy artist. And that's probably good there. I'm calling it good enough. My job, I make the rules. Okay, that part's done. It goes so quickly when we use like the full width of the spray. Probably just gonna do the same thing here because why wouldn't we? Yeah, good enough. Back and forth we go. Oh man, we didn't get that one good enough. Oh, I didn't really realize the upper part had the thing too. Okay, so there's the floor left. There's a stand. I gotta do the sign. We're gonna work our way that way. And I'm not actually entirely sure why, but that's the way I'm gonna do it. Well, that went nice and quick. I'm not sure if the yellow bandit has been here either. Hopefully not. Not a big deal either way. We missed some spots up under the awning. The yellow bandit has been here. How fun. We'll go ahead and remove him. We're erasing all history of him. So round and around and around we go. Oh, there's more of it. This guy just really gets around. He's always one step ahead of me. We'll work away. Same deal on this one. We're going to enjoy our next upgrades. What they're going to be, I have no idea. But we'll see what the next level has in store for us. Alright, so back to the big fat spray. Did we clean up the backside of that already? I don't remember. Clearly my memory is in working order. So that thing's all done. For that we definitely want to go up and down. This should only take a moment really. We could probably do this while in constant motion. Wait, does the upper sign? No, the upper sign doesn't need to be done. This will be done momentarily too. Done. Alright, so now it's just these things. The width of this is almost enough to just do a whole face of these in one go, really. Didn't mean to do that. Up and down it goes. That one's got to be close. A little more. Just a little bit of a delayed reaction. Sometimes the things don't take a second to register. And I really don't know why. Okay, we'll go on this side. Up and down these. Same with this one. That's all well and good. That's all well and good. And not quite done, just a little more. Down there, up there, done. And then just these little ones. These are actually big as far as garbage cans are concerned. How many liters? Nobody knows. It might say somewhere on them. Or it might also just say nothing at all. Alright, so the only thing left to do is this big fellow. So I'm pretty sure we can just sort of go along the edges like this. The dirt isn't consistent, but we could probably just more or less go like this. Straight lines, don't worry about this. I have a plan. Okay, we're already screwing it up. We just got to make little adjustments as we go. I might have missed a spot there too. That's actually fairly annoying. Something like that, we're getting most. Did I miss a spot? We'll see. Maybe, actually. It's hard to say. Does the spray actually go all the way out to the edge? It looks like it actually might. That follows the white lines. Quite diligently, unlike ourselves. That's nice and straight. We did miss this bit there. I'm really making this look harder than it has to be. We did get some fairly nice straight lines. I'm just going to go back to doing it quicker with a bit of overlap. I think it's quicker overall if I just do it sort of like that. And I can adjust my mouse as we go and myself a little bit. Then it's close enough. So pressure washing should be winding down. The parking lot is 30% done, 31%, 32%. So it's coming along quickly. We'll do a nice straight line here to straighten up that edge for ourselves. And back we go again. Every pass we do is going to be quite a lot. So we're starting this one at 40.5%. This isn't a full pass, but it's an 80% pass. So we get like 4% every time we make a big pass. It is getting more and more done. We physically got very little left to do. We got to drift very slightly left, make that correction. Good enough. How far can we go with that? I don't know if the spray actually gets bigger as we push it outwards. Not really, like it's not going to the edge of my lines there still. Those are more of like guideline lines. We could actually look where the physical bright water spray is. Okay, we'll do a nice thick pass here. 63%, 64, 65, 66. And growing. Didn't mean to let go there. Sometimes these things just happen. Okay, now we're really getting down to the short strokes. Nearly done. A whole parking lot done in a matter of minutes. We missed a big strip here, actually. And we're going to get really out of whack on this now. And that's okay. As long as we get whatever was 95%, I think it just closes itself out anyway. We're basically there. 1, 2, 3 more passes and it'll be cooked. We'll make some micro adjustments. Aggressive micro adjustments. We really got tilted on this. Okay, what, 95%, 96. We'll go right down this edge if we can. Yeah, there we go. I don't know, it's like 98%. Level finished. It's intermission time. Wind turbines. Nuclear power. How much power does one world need? Grasstown Driving Theater. Now that's what I'm talking about. All I need now is some advertising. You made this dream possible. It was all me. 100%. We'll see what the next level is. And adjust our tool upgrades accordingly. School playground. Our budget was tight this year, so we bought some playground equipment on the cheap. Turns out that cheap also meant dirty, grimy, and apparently never cleaned. Now the playground is a mess, parents are starting to complain, and I really need the place looking presentable again. Can you help me clean it before it becomes a bigger problem? Principal Rogers. I sure can. I feel like it's going to be very hosey level. So I'm going to get a wider hose nozzle again, and then we're going to get a focus nozzle bigger. I really think it's going to be a lot of that kind of stuff. I'm going to save her $300. I don't think there's going to be a lot of garbage here. I think the pressure washing is always going to be the most tedious part of this. We got a fair bit of grass to do, but not too bad. There's a lot of really sort of tedious looking playground stuff. So we'll naturally start cutting right here where it makes no sense at all and work our way towards the outside. The right place to start is anywhere you want. We'll cut through this super weed. Couldn't imagine how many children would have gored themselves on that thing. It is a playground, right? Yeah, with children. So we gotta make sure it's extra safe. Because those things do not think before they do. Working our way around, it's very satisfying. I love the grass cutting part of this. Can someone just make like an infinite, ever upgradable grass growing cutter simulator? That could actually be so good. It just scales and upgrades and gets bigger and stronger and tougher and always just satisfying. That would be so good. I might make that myself. We need the grass cutting games. So how are we doing? We're already 1/4 of the way done the grass. We are superstar at landscaping. We'll knock those ones down, a little bit more back and forth. Mulch up some of this and that. How are we doing? Did we get all that? Grass-wise, at least. Pretty good. Might have missed a few vines up in here. I was looking down, though, not up. Also the top of these. And these really gotta go. I'm gonna get to the pressure washing later. Because it's my least favorite part right now. So it's gonna wait. We're gonna do the satisfying grass first. We just get in a zone. And it all melts away. Definitely those. Definitely those. And we'll work our way into that corner. So maybe working into the corner feels just good here. Maybe because it's a nice square edge ultimately. So we get to see it all like that, and then it's all just a nice neat corner. And then we'll work our way this way. We're 50% done the grass already. Half the battle. This only took us a couple minutes so far. Cut up that weed. And working our way over here. Hopefully a bigger pressure washer makes a difference here. I know I upgraded it to be bigger, but maybe we need to have fine pressure washing on this anyway. But I guess we did upgrade the fine side of the pressure washing too. Wait, there's more weeds on this one. I didn't see the side ones. We sort of let the weed eater find the weeds. We just hold it up to things, and if they need going, then they go. Couple more weeds. That one there. And that's a proper important shrub, I think. That one's supposed to stay. Couldn't tell you why, but it's more important than the rest of the plants. This much we do know. So we're going to mulch that up. We're going to eat this up as well. Take a moment to admire our handiwork and also see the weeds we've been missing. They're just everywhere. There's actually still another 40 weeds. But every time we see those hedges, we know that there's weeds involved, often quite a lot of them. Like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then another one nearby. 9 on a single go. Can we cut this in one go? I think we actually can. Did that work? That actually worked. That's very satisfying. So after this, we'll have like no weeds left. We've cut 500 plants officially. We even got an achievement for that. How nice. Okay, we're gonna have to cut this down. I mean, I think the kids would personally like that. The jungle vibe. Can we get it from here? Yep, we sure can. And this one? Ooh, we might actually get to play in the playground a little bit too. Bonus. So we'll keep moving along. I wonder how big this gets. I can't remember how many more times I can upgrade it, but it might get real big. Ridiculous big. That would be fine. An incremental game about cutting grass like this, but it just gets blown way out of proportion ultimately. Nice, light, whimsical art style. I wish I knew how to do things, because then I would be able to do that. Sucky power engaged. Garbage, get inside me. We'll do our best here. Suck it all up. I should try and do this at least some kind of systematic order. We'll maybe do the outside. Start in the perimeter. Mostly things on the grass on the outside. Then we'll work our way in. That. Couple more little bits of garbage. Wait, did I miss one? Nope, we're good there. We're going to take a little bit of that. And then we're going to keep going. Shouldn't be too many pieces left. We're at 51 out of 90. Wait, I missed that one, I think. It would be nice to have such sucking power to go in instantly. But compared to the other upgrades, that's definitely not high on the priority list. There's 5 pieces of garbage left. Oh, they're up here too. The yellow bandit has led me up here. Oh wait, where's the last piece of garbage? I missed one. It's like a treasure hunt. Where might it be? Probably on top of something. I'm probably looking right past it. Is it outside the hedges? One piece of garbage. We might just start pressure washing and find it. It might also be in this playground somewhere. I might have just looked right past it. Probably going to be the case. It's out there somewhere. That's starting to make me wonder. Well, it's very likely they're sitting on something somewhere anyway. So we'll start the pressure wash. We'll find it along the way, I'm sure. Luckily, the yellow bandit has been here. So I think it's actually much bigger. That's actually going to be a lot easier for the yellow stuff. I might just go around and remove all the yellow stuff I can see for now. And then when I get to the other type of the pressure washer, we're on easy street. Any more of the yellow around? A little bit here. I wish you'd go to a different color so we could see it and then we'd know. There's one more little bit here. Scrubbed out of existence. Well, let's go ahead and clean up some benches in the meantime for now. Well, these got to get done anyway. These are probably going to be annoying. Those weren't as bad as I thought. You don't really have to get on the underside and all those tricky little spots. Inside and out both sides. We spray through the bench to get to the rest of the bench. Yeah, that's good. So just a little bit like that. We go through there. Done. I like the benches. They go down nice and easy. Do a little spray over there. A little spray over there. Done. Now the tables. Perhaps should have started these while we were doing the benches, but these are also going to be quite easy. As long as we've defeated the yellow bandit, everything's going to be much easier. Yeah, the tables we don't have to be very thorough at all. Not even a little bit. 98% comes out very quickly on them. So we go through there, go through there. A little bit on the inside of the legs. This one's being a little more difficult, and we got it. Now we just got to worry about these pillars. This also won't be long. We can basically just do it in real time as we circle around. One pillar done. We get 2 sides on this. So pressure washing, we're done 6 for 16. There's not actually that many things to pressure wash. Did I just see something yellow? That was a sun ray. Just a little sun ray. Nothing to worry about. The panic I felt when I saw that. Sheer terror. We collected another star. I think because we crossed 70%. This might be the single hardest thing to wash here. Just because it's so many little bits and pieces. A lot of tedious little details. I really like the big surfaces a lot better. They go much quicker and easier. We go up there, down there, up there. And that's that one done. A little bit more here. Done. So this whole structure should be done. We still got to find our missing piece of garbage. It will emerge on us. So I think I got to do these benches too. These benches were quite easy so far. So I don't mind these one bit. We could probably just do them like that. More stars for us. Circle around there. Another one done. Still no garbage. We'll do the rocket ship here. This is probably going to be pretty easy overall too. Oh, that's garbage right in its seat. I found the missing piece. I knew it would make itself known. When I looked yesterday, I looked at that one and that. I didn't really look at this very closely. This might just be rusty. I think this is going to give a lot of kids tetanus issues, but we can sure spray it for now. It'll look better for now and get even rustier afterwards. Tetanus isn't a big deal anyway. They'll get over it. It builds character and durability and stuff. Probably. So we can charge extra for that feature. There's one of these roundabout doodads. We'll go ahead and, wow, we blast that off so quickly. I like this pressure washer. I also like the fact that it has no hose whatsoever and unlimited water. There's a lot to like about this. All right, we're going to maybe do this type of spray. Yep, got it. So at 13 to 16, we're basically done. We just need to clean off a little more bench. And this bench here. And then we're only going to one item after this, which I think is that giant thing. I'm not really sure I'm going to approach this yet. So we'll just start with whatever we can see. The yellow bandit's been here. They've made the slide all yellow. Luckily our spray thing is pretty big these days. Okay, so that got that. We'll maybe just do both sides of that then real quick, just to make sure. I feel like there's a lot of little details on this that could set us back. Overall, it's not that dirty. But there certainly are pieces of it that are dirty. But if I just sort of do a halfway thorough spray on it, yeah, that should work. A little bit there, a little bit there. Ooh, this over here. This one feels good. We'll go back and forth. And what else we got? How is this side? This side needs a little love too. Not much. I'm going to spray some of this anyway in case there's something I'm not seeing. Gotta be thorough. Alright, this slide has seen better days. Luckily all the dirt piled up at the end. The ejection point. Spits those little kids out into the world. I don't know if there's something underneath there. We'll look later. Let's pivot that around actually while we're at it. This should work for this anyway. The slide here isn't too bad. So the playground is 32% done. That's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Maybe we should do everything we can see from the ground for now. That's a good way of sort of segmenting it. Because there's going to be a lot of little bits here and there. While we're at it, I'm just going to do these anyway. Just in case. Like there's, I think, a little bit more left here. So even down there, it sort of hides everywhere. There's also some here. Actually, there's lots of little bits all around. I'm kind of worried I'm going to miss a lot of this. Like it's going to feel like it's clean and we're only going to be 80% done. Can we go up here? Oh, we can. Good. We get to have a little bit of fun while we're here. I didn't do a very nice job of that. I did also see more dirt somewhere here. Oh, right on these rims. These tedious little things aren't my favorite. And I keep pressing X, but I'm also seeing the wet stuff too. Like it all sort of looks the same sometimes. And that's perfectly fine. We'll make it work no matter what. Everything go up, down, and all around. Yeah, good enough. Like that. Feels dirty. But I don't know if it is. We'll go up there, we'll go down the railing, back up a little bit. Go up there, we got to do the inside of the railing. Luckily the pressure washer is just super strong, so as long as you basically glance over it once with this thing, we do a pretty good job. Okay, it's 48% done now, it's getting closer. There's definitely, that should be a pretty big bit of it. There's also that. 51% done. We'll take all of that out. That whole pole, wow, this thing got real dirty. Dirty little slide. Anything underneath? I think most of it's mostly up top now. We do gotta get the sortie slide, but that's okay. It's always a lot of fun. Let you take care of that. There's a little bit on that pole. We really shouldn't use this sprayer. It's really inefficient compared to the other. So, I don't know if that's on the outside. I assume it is. I think we got most of what's down below. I think we could probably go up top now reasonably safely. So we'll start on this side and work our way across. Yeah, these big panels are going to eat up a lot. Yeah, suddenly we jumped up to 70. So I think if we get a few more big faces, it'll basically be cooked. And we can move on with our lives. This would be a nice big easy swath. 87%. Yeah, these big pieces take up a lot of what's left. I think they count individually. Some of these big panels are just worth a lot of the percentage. Take all that up, 90%. We're not going to need that much more before it just declares itself finished. The stairs can go down. The railings go away. A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit everywhere. We'll circle around here. Done that. Little Captain Yellow has been here. We're 99% of the way done though. There can't be that much more. Probably just a little bit over there. We'll call it done. We'll just jump across there. Done. We didn't even have to get that last yellow. Level complete. Isn't that better? Shiny new playground for us. More so for the kids. Amazing. Now the PTA might actually let me keep my job. Wouldn't count on it. Now we get some more money for more upgrades. We'll see what's next. Festival. A lot of grass. After Oktoberfest, the grounds are a disaster. Trash everywhere, grime on every surface. It's embarrassing to look at. We have another event coming up and can't host anyone until it's all cleaned up. 825 for 100%. Looks like a lot of grass. So maybe we're going to increase the trim. We can't even afford to do it. We get more weed cutting power. Everything gets so expensive. I might just get weed cutting power. Because it was pretty big as it was. Cutting the weeds was sort of the delay there. Landscape simulator. Mowing grass. It's not as much grass as I thought it was. And unfortunately it looks like it's going to be some power washing. So we'll just go through here. The cutting weeds faster will be nice. So like that one we can cut basically in real time. These ones we should be able to cut also very quickly. And that one as well. Down it goes. Beat this one up a whole bunch. Good. Okay, back and forth. And a little bit of the vine on the fence. So that's already done. Look how much better that looks compared to the other side. And I don't mind pressure washing with these nice big strips. That's nice and satisfying. That's definitely the wrong tool for the job. I may not be a smart man, but I know that's not how we cut the grass. That's how we water the grass. It is nice that those big ones go down a lot quicker now too. Saw that. The grass cutting is so satisfying. And this one's got to go down. Perfect. And we'll cut these out. Yeah, this will go much quicker. The pressure washing is always going to be the longest thing, but I don't know if there's a good way to speed that up. It's just a matter of finding all the pieces and faces. But this is good. This also feels like it makes the most progress too. It goes from an overgrown jungle to looking like something fancy and manicured. Lots of weeds everywhere. I do actually like the new weed cutting power. So hopefully once we finish this, we'll have enough too to make this thing bigger again. Depending on if the next level is going to have lots of grass for us to cut. But it seems like the grass cutting is a very popular part of this. Mulch all that up a little bit. That's done. Alright, so we've gone around to here. What's left? We got to go there. There is actually more grass than I thought. It's out to these small strips. It's not necessarily big wide open bits. But it doesn't have to be. This is still good to go like this. And our thing's big enough I could basically cut this all in one go. We don't need a lot of maneuvering around to get it all. So the grass is 50% done. The weeds are half done. So the grass part of this is going quick. There's probably going to be a lot of garbage around too, but that's never so bad. The grass do go down quick. Alright, you can go there. Maybe one day we'll get a multi-tool. It could be a pressure washer and a weed whacker all in one. Alright, so 63% done. It already feels so much better. We'll go across there. Get this little strip gone. And there. Back and forth we go. Gotta get some of you. We'll work our way down to that nice corner. That felt weird for a second. I feel like there's a lot to see in the background. I don't pay attention enough to that. Gorilla exhibit? There's going to be a gorilla exhibit. That's fun. Maybe we get to clean that. Maybe it's foreshadowing future levels. We gotta work around the gorilla. Or hire him. He might do quite good work. I'm gonna go into whatever these little things are. Not actually sure what this is. I don't need to know, I just gotta cut the grass. Not my job to ask questions. And a little bit in there, doesn't that feel right? It always feels right. So we'll work our way down with that strip and we'll jump over to this. I like how we can cut the weeds almost in real time. At least some of the lesser ones. We don't need to linger a lot. We might have to sort of get under these a bit. But I think our thing's big enough we can sort of just reach that generally. And we got to be getting close. We're at 95%. Something just dinged. Okay, so the grass is done. It just jumped off. The weeds only have a few more. I got those both. Where are we missing some weeds? There's one more out here. We might have to... there it is. Haven't been up here yet. Get the weed. Interesting place for that to grow. Okay, then we're going to start hoovering up some garbage. Like it's nobody's business. Master sucker. Give me that, give me that. Those two. We go around over here. That one can go, yep, good. Those garbage cans are very dirty. Garbage cans, basically the same thing. People garbage cans. So we put the garbage people in those. So much garbage everywhere. So we're 40 out of 83. We're actually already halfway done. Even with this amount of garbage, it still goes quick. Once the grass is gone, it's really easy to just see it all. Suck it up anyway. A little more power would still be nice. But I'm not in a big hurry to upgrade this one. We might do this marginally faster, but it really doesn't take that long. The cutting grass is far longer and power washing far longer again. We do have a nice big sprayer on that though, so it'll really pay dividends on this one. So we'll take you. Where's the rest of that garbage hiding? Something in there. Maybe one day it'll just be so powerful I could just sit there and suck and it will just take from everywhere. We're missing 3 pieces. That's a considerable amount. We can't really see past the glow right now anyway. Everything's too dirty. I'm sure I just missed a little pocket somewhere obvious. For the time being, I may just start pressure washing anyway. We'll find the garbage as we go, undoubtedly. So we'll start doing these boardwalks. Whatever they're called. Actually, I can go quite a bit wider than this. And this might be its own separate little piece up here, not really sure. Yep, sure was. These will go down nice and quick. Then another one. Back we go, full speed ahead. Yeah, we gotta make a little adjustments because we were very sloppy the first time around. And back we go again. Sections getting done. I guess we'll do some of these. All the different sections. They get so clean so quickly. It's so satisfying. This one sectioned on this, I believe. Luckily the dirt stopped right at the edge of the concrete. Gonna finish up these nice and quick. Perfect. Well, I guess now we can work on some of this. The yellow stuff isn't great. But we'll take that off in its own time. What's up there? It's just a fan. I thought it might be an Easter egg. So we'll just knock these down and then we'll do the yellow parts afterwards best we can. They should come out nice and quick anyway. Our yellow sprayer is pretty big. Wait, the door got done? Did the door frame get done? I assume it did. Alright, around and around we go on the yellow. That one's done. That one done. The bigger sprayer on this is actually making a difference. I wasn't sure it was going to be worth it, but I do appreciate it now. Because some of these stains are fairly big, so it's nice to just eat them up nice and quick. I've seen this one before. They've reused this one. You're not fooling me. Alright, we missed some on this somewhere. Actually, we missed quite a lot on this. I did sort of rush through this part. A little bit there. Oh, lots of top. I didn't even see that. What a dirty little building. Wow. I haven't done one this poorly in a long time. So what's still hiding on you? All along that roof line. That's what was catching it. Alright, let's do this little one for some easy, quick progress. Need a confidence boost after that last one. Perfect. Alright, this is definitely going to be one of these type sprays. We really shouldn't be for those, but that's okay. We'll get it finished no matter what. Back and forth here. Good. Yeah, that's good. Give it a bit of a spray down there. Yep, very nice. Up there, down there. And a little bit here. Now we gotta do the inside of this thing. Gotta get the underside of the awning. We do have to pay a little bit more attention to the angles than we used to. Wow, we did a really bad job on some of this, but we were spraying from the outside to be fair. Now we're probably gonna have some like up here. Definitely some of them pillars. Down there's a big spot. This thing is 93% done. It's actually not that close. We did a very poor job. The levels are getting a little bit more complicated to do. They're still not complicated, but they're more complicated. 98% done. They just need a little more dirt off here. I wonder if there's some under here. Yep, there sure was. Picnic tables look like they're going to be annoying. We'll work our way around. These are basically the same thing, just very slightly different. So make it some repetition out of this one. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, these pieces aren't nearly as satisfying. There's just too many little spots to get into and stuff. I don't want to have to get into the middle spots. I just want to do big bases. We'll start down low first. Get all the base done. I feel like there's probably going to be some somewhat down here. Gonna have to use that crouch ability we've been ignoring this whole time. Okay, we got all that done. And you know what, while we're here, let's just get the pillar done. And we go up there, down there. Back and forth, all around. A little bit of low action here. And a little bit more up top. Down here, up here, across there, good. This is all good. So we're only 30% done to farm stand. Which isn't very close. But we'll get these little yellow spots off of there. They're quite small on this, so those go quickly at least. Missed a spot there a little bit. That definitely needs to go. 73% done suddenly. So the yellows really takes up a disproportionate part. Like that was 7% apparently. Any more yellow on there? Yeah, there is up there. That's actually a little bit hard to get. I know we can free aim this. But I really don't use that. It doesn't feel very useful, at least not so far. I actually had to get up there and spray. Is that going to work better maybe? We just got to turn it around. So suddenly we're 95% of the way done this. So it's definitely considering these in like sections. Good enough. I'm glad that jumped up like that. Picnic table? These might go quite quickly. Because we can get basically a solid half of them or so. 72% from one side. And then we just got to maybe spray from the sides again. It's got to be, yep, close to ticking over. Maybe the side-to-side spray is better for these. Hot dog style, as we say. A little hot dog style cleaning for our viewing pleasure. And this also didn't work very well. It was worth a try. I don't even know where the dirt's left on this, like everywhere. Alright. Let's revert, gate done. These will be nice and easy. I could probably just mostly do these all at once. If I just slowly work around them like a rotisserie chicken. Everything will get cleaned up all properly. Which one was that? That's done. The circular table is completed. The chair is completed. The other chair is completed. Yeah, suddenly we're blasting our way through this. This one seems like it might be a little bit tedious. I think it is unique though, so that'll be nice. I think we'll only have to do one of these. We can hope. There's dirt on top. The dirt's going to be a little bit harder to get at. Alright, what do we got left? Pillars. Pillar over there. Pillar over there. This one too. Lots of dirt still up here. Okay, we can stand on whatever this thing is. The newly cleaned table. Put our muddy boots all over that while we're working our way this way. Now we'll go back and forth. Yellow's gotta go. Gone. Now we'll take a little bit more yellow. The yellow jumps these up so much. I really should almost start with the yellow. It's almost like a cheat to boost them ahead that we don't have to clean nearly as much before they're considered 100%. We'll approaching from this angle for a moment. And done. Isn't that good? So this whole side's getting pretty clean now. These things are usually real easy to do. They're nice big flat faces. We can go through these nice and quick. We do have a lot of pressure washing to do, but some of these things are going to have multiple pieces on them. So they're actually going to go down quite quickly. Take nice big swaths. It's probably faster to do this slowly and calmly. I feel like I've been trying to rush it. We just can't rush these things. Like there, that's a very nicely clean face mostly. Now as we're good on this one, done. We didn't even have to get down that face. Plus we can go like this to get it from two sides if we want. We're not really going to get the corners straight on. And that's perfectly okay. Because we can just get them afterwards. This should be done right about here. Nope. There. 98%. Does this need to be done? Defense panels need to be done. So the remaining panels are lots of the ground pieces, but those are gonna go quick. There's another one done. We can absolutely just blast our way through this one. Done those. There's a whole bunch here we can get gone. These will just all be the last of the boardwalks too. But these are multiple segments each. All those picnic tables are already annoying me. Yeah, especially because they're so close together. It's going to be hard to get in and get them all. Is that one not done? Okay, those are all done. We got another one of these. This is easy, so we'll take this one out real quick. And suddenly we're at 40 out of 52. Alright, we said before, we're going to get all the yellow we can right away. Because that's apparently 19% of the farm stand. That's 33%. So it really puts a lot of value on these. There's my missing garbage. I forgot about that already. There's still one more missing. But I'm assuming it's in a similar spot. Alright, this thing is apparently 50% done. So I might as well go ahead and finish it off. Shouldn't take long. Down we go. And we do this side too. Up and down here, no doubt. A little bit here. These do take a little bit more effort to get them all. We'll take it down. Like, we've only jumped up to 68% now, but we've actually been cleaning like a lot more of this. But those yellows, it puts such a disproportionate value into the yellow spots. Okay, we'll take out some of that. Now we jumped up to 84%. That feels better. We don't want to forget the little spikes. The anti-theft spikes have been defeated. A little bit on the pillars. Oh yeah, right, that hole. I don't know what that's called. That part, we'll call it. Anything up top? Yep, always something up top. Done. Yeah, that jumped up quickly. Picnic tables I'm honestly going to avoid for now. I just don't want to. The keyboard's dirty? Nope. Ooh, that looks like fun. Look at this thing. Is it? Oh, it's the frame too. That's actually less fun. I was hoping... Well, this probably is its own separate piece. But a nice big flat face like that is just nice and satisfying to do. To watch it slowly get cleaned. And... Was it its own piece, or do we have to do the backside? Nope, the backside is actually relatively dirt-free. I will give it a spray from here, just in case. We might get some of the overlap on that. Just in case. But now we can work in the front of the frame, really, mostly. Nice and diligently, up and down. We'll do the other side. This is the concert screen. It's very nearly done. I feel like probably up here just needs a quick spray. Done. Concert screen defeated. Now we'll get this giant... Someone was just partying with buckets of yellow paint up here. Really living their best life. Look at the size of this one. This is a record. A man with yellow blood was murdered here. Nice clean spot there. Clean for all it... Wait. I missed a little bit there. This is another colossal yellow stain, so I can see why you might want to get the pressure washer bigger. Even on this little bit. that went off pretty quickly though. As long as you're diligent with it, they do go down quick. And apparently we're already like 50% of the way done with this whole thing, which doesn't seem accurate. Was there yellow below? There probably is somewhere. We can crouch walk so quick. This guy is inhuman in how quick he is. Okay, we'll do the lower side first, because I feel like we can probably do a fairly lazy job of this, and then just finish off the deck up top without much effort. Thanks to our super pressure washer, we're 61% of the way done. The face up top will go quick. 63%, go a little bit there, 64%. Keep going, yeah, 66%. So now it's just this big face. We could probably just work our way around on this a little bit. The corners don't work. Not that well. But this is jumping up rapidly. 78% done. Going back and forth. 80% done. 82%. 84%. 89%. It's going to jump up pretty quickly. Using the power of magic, we finish it off. Done. Alright, so I think it's just those annoying picnic tables now. There's still one piece of garbage. Which... oh. Found it. That one's like in the grass. It's much harder to find. How do we do these in a way that's not completely annoying? We'll work out a strategy. By the time we're done, these will have figured it out. Because it's hard to like... maybe we'll do it like this. We'll go up and down this way. Across as much as we can on all of them. And then we'll maybe do it from the other side, and hopefully that's just sort of good enough. If we're doing it sort of at an angle too to get some of the undercarriage done. Maybe? Maybe that sort of works, maybe it doesn't. We may never know. Well, that did actually get a fair bit of them done. So I'm hoping like if I do the same thing, get some of that undercarriage too from this side. They might be real close, and then we just got to do a few tedious little touches on them, so maybe these won't be nearly as bad as I thought. That's my goal. It's my working theory. We may or may not be correct. Alright, how did that feel? So these are 85% of the way done, so... we'll crouch down a little bit and see if we can just... there, we got that one done. So what's this one lacking? A little bit there, a little bit there. Done. Yeah, I think this will work. If we just get a little bit on the underside, we can finish them off fairly quickly. That one's done. I can't even see where the dirt remains on these. Is it up top on this one? A little bit, actually. Well, we'll move on from that one for a sec because it's annoying me. Do some back and forth sprays all over the place. Just getting whatever we can. Picnic tables are not my favorite thing. Okay, so a little bit there. Some down there, some down there. I feel like it sprays a lot better this way. Like it gets a lot more power or something. It always seems to be more effective. A little bit there, done. Wait, did we not finish this? Oh, I didn't even see that in there. There's a lonely little table in here. This one will go down quick. Basically done already. Done. Hadn't noticed that before. Alright, there's definitely some dirt there and there. Done. Then there's this little rascal. I think I just gotta be patient about like seeing where the dirt is and actually getting it. Because when we do that, these actually go quite quickly. So there was some there and we're done. 52 out of 52, level complete. We'll celebrate by going to play over there. Much better. Moving along, great work. The grounds look fresh again and now we're ready for the next crowd. So I'll be back next week. Job complete, 3 stars. We're very thorough. A frat house. Yo, garden dude, our yard was already a little rough around the edges, but then the rival frat went and messed everything up even more while we were out getting goats. If my dad sees this mess, he'll definitely cut off my allowance. Can you help me clean it up, bro? President Kyler. I sure can. I don't know what we're going to be washing here. We do $2,200. So do we want a bigger nozzle head? Or do we want better range on the weed whacker? Weed cutting power is also good. There might be a lot of spray paint around, but that's okay because I can get maybe both. I'll get a wider nozzle and a bigger spray painter. We've upgraded tools a total of 10 times. The wide nozzle's only got one more level till it's maxed. $450 left over. I could upgrade the distance on this. I already regret that and haven't even tried it. But more sucky power is more sucky power. If you know, you know. There's quite a lot of grass here. It's not too bad. No, there's not as much grass as I thought. This level doesn't actually seem that big. I think garbage is going to be one of the things. So we'll start with whatever that is. I guess another gate in. Sure, I don't make the rules. But pressure washer will be bigger now, so that's going to pay dividends. Wind cutting power could still go up a little bit. It's quick, but it's never really quick enough. So that whole swath is done already. They were out getting goats and it got this bad. I think they're lying. They haven't been here in 40 years. But I'm not one to complain. I get paid to fix their mess. So the more stupid things they do, the better it is for me. They even have a pool. Can I swim in there? I'm not allowed in their pool. Very sad. No problem though. We just continue on along our way. And there. Get some weeds, some more weeds. Maybe they're dumping fertilizer and steroids all over their grass, and that's why it grew like this over a couple days. That's what I should do. I'll be cutting up front and dumping fertilizer and growth stuff out of my backpack so that I can come back every day to cut this grass. We've got to create more work for ourselves, because if we run out, then we're out of satisfaction. Probably also money. Lots of weeds. Yeah, this would be a pretty pressure washy job. So I'm glad I upgraded it when I did. We can maybe go around and hunt out the spray paint parts. Alright, that's much better. It looks so much better just cutting the grass. I feel like I don't have to do the rest. Once we cut the grass, it's basically done. We'll cut this out a little bit. That way we can loop on around. It is nice how quickly we can cut that now. Down it goes. They even have an ice box over there. Do people make happies at their houses? What a strange idea. Maybe that's actually a good idea. Got a little weed there. We are 82% of the way done the grass. Shouldn't be too much more. There's some yellow spots. Make a note of those. My yellow nemesis continues to torment me. There's more spots there. Those ones aren't really yellow though, are they? Finding a little variety. Uh-oh. The grass is done, but it's not done. Well, I missed a tuft there. It's only... yeah, that was actually enough to do it. There's definitely lots of garbage around. The weeds are done. Yeah, so it's mostly just garbage. 80 pieces of garbage. 29 pressure wash isn't that bad. Get inside me. Get inside me, all of you. All 80 of you. Take a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Yeah, perfect. Those little lawn chair things are going to be a little bit annoying to do. They're very thin, frail looking. Can't suck up their bath toys. These are going in quick though. The extra distance I don't care about at all. This does feel somehow better, but I might just be imagining that. I placeboed myself with an upgrade. 8 pieces left. Hopefully they're all up there. We are completely blocking the driveway where we parked. We're considerate like that. Okay, so that was all of the pieces. So let's go hunt some little yellow blobs. Like these ones. Oh, that's much bigger. I actually really like this upgrade a lot now. Those used to take quite some time to get rid of. Now I can really just take them out in a second or two. We're getting much more efficient at everything we do. Done. Was there any yellow on the pool? I don't remember seeing any. No, that looks pretty straightforward. Just on the house for some reason. But I'm not here to ask questions. I'm here to fix problems. Clean up messes. Round and around we go. It is nice how it stays wet so you can like trace your path like that so you don't overlap too much. They did that well. Around we go. Do some little circles here for some variety. Wall done. I'm sure there's more yellow out there. But for now, we're just going to get back to good old-fashioned wide spraying because this thing is wider than ever now. It is newly upgraded also. A little bit up there. Icebox completed. I guess I'll do another one of these. Not the first one of these are done. Seemingly won't be the last, but look at the giant swaths we can do now. Still works a lot better up and down style. Something about the hitbox doesn't work when we're hot dog style. No matter. We compensate no matter what. So the beach shop over here, for some reason this place has a beach shop. Is there dirt on the roof? There is not. There's not really dirt on the inside. The dirt always sits so convenient for me. It's so nice of it. Get a little bit of that rim. 99% of the way done this thing. We just need just a touch more. Done. These walls would be nice and easy to do, especially with my wide sprayer. Only take a few little passes. The sun's shining right off of those. Flashbang ourselves. So this will also be quite easy to do. Basically, yeah, already done. The railings are going to be annoying. Lots of little spindles. I don't know what they're called. Lots of intricate little bits. Might have to change angle on these a little bit to get them all. Go up and down that pillar. Stairs. So the stairs are their own thing. Stairs might not be that bad. I'm going to do the hamburger style wash. Perfect. We go up and down there, up and down that. Stairs are 95% done. I'm pretty sure this will be the last of it. Stairs done. Pillar. So the pillars are maybe their own things. And railings. It's going to be a little bit hard to track down each and every individual little thing. Their door is clean. That railing's not clean. Now it is. So we should probably systematically work our way through this a bit. But let's do the floor real quick. That way we're not walking through the dirt non-stop. This should go down fairly quickly anyway. We'll do a pass on this side. That should basically, yep, there it is. And then we'll do the wall. Don't know the best way to do this. So we'll go like this. Take some swaths there. Back and forth. We can actually do it quicker this way probably. Missed a bit there around the pillar. Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't very picky. Now we can do these inner pillars. Nice and scrubbed clean. We'll take a bite out of that one. I just couldn't resist. That pillar is done. Can we reach from here? Sort of we can. We'll get that pillar a little bit. Good. How about this one? Okay. If we jump we can. Was this one done? I guess it was. No, for the tedious railing. Well, we'll go like this maybe for now. See if we can just quick blast it. It's not really working that well. When we move and spray at the same time, it doesn't... When it's on tedious little spots like this, it doesn't always get them all. So these are two different railings. Very technically, they are oriented different. I probably have to spray the outside of them too, really. But also get like all of the inside parts maybe too. Best I can get these on the outside, I suppose. We gotta be getting close now. Okay, we'll do it a little slower then. Go back and forth. The sections are getting done. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. So we gotta do the pool, some yard pieces, the walkway I didn't even notice. Oh, we can't forget about this little railing piece. Okay, that's done. Garage door is gonna be super easy with this wide spray. We basically take 6 passes and it's done. Done. We can do a little bit of driveway. These are the parts that I really like. We just go up and down, back and forth. Take a strip backwards, nice and straight line. Yeah, we could get this a little bit wider. But I also missed a strip there. Now we made a giant mess of it all anyway. That's alright. It'll only take a couple of seconds to do the entire pathway, as they call it. 84%, 96%, done. Pool time. Do you have to clean something? Oh, there's another pathway. I thought it was asking me to clean the pool toys, and I thought that was just going to be a lot of fun. How disappointing, we just have to blast off their sidewalk instead. The things we do for money. Might have been multiple pathways there. I'm going to blast off these chairs, because these look like they're going to be somewhat annoying to do. So we'll do our little calmer strategy and just very sort of diligently work our way around, getting whatever angles we can easily. And then we'll figure out what's left. when they inevitably complain. Okay, that one's done, that one's done. Good. Now it's just the pool itself. You don't need to clean things with water in them. This is silly. Pools are absolutely self-cleaning inside and out. Especially in a fraternity. This would be the cleanest pool in existence. Okay, I'm missing some dirt on here though. Some of these little pillars. Is that it? Are we done? We're done. Level finished. This place has never been cleaner and will never be this clean again. So we move on. Legend, you'll always be welcome at the house. Bro for life. Because I spent 5 minutes cleaning up your junk. I accept. Graveyard. The graveyard has become hard for me to manage. It doesn't feel right leaving it this way. I can't handle the heavy work anymore, but I'd be grateful if you could step in. Well, let me see what I can do about that. I feel like there's going to be a lot of grass here. So I think the job is going to be probably range upgrade on this. Weeds is actually sort of debatable too. We get a bigger range on my weed whacker. Groundskeeper Lenny, I'm here for you. Mostly your wallet. Graveyards are rich. Yeah, so I wasn't wrong. There's a lot of grass. Starting with where we're standing. Let's have a little look. We're going to work our way around some graveyards. There shouldn't be a lot of garbage here, I should think. Just a lot of grass and a lot of tedious tombstones. But the grass I'm excited about. We're already 1% done. Also going to be a lot of these little hedges around the outside too. So we'll maybe trim the outside to begin. Those gone down. Those gone down. What else we got? Okay, back and forth. And off we go. They're even going to have them on the graves now. The jungle people grow weeds on their graves when they die. There is a bit of garbage. That's nice of people. Nothing says respect like leaving garbage on graves. More of these hedges around the outside. We'll work our way in. Good. Take a little bit of that out. Those ones are still super tough. But once we get it upgraded enough, one of these, they'll all just evaporate in an instant. I think I'm actually going to like this level a lot. All the grass is nice. All the nice weeds. There's another little hedge. Once I see these, I really should just cut them all off because these are hard to see afterwards. I think we're just much more efficient to get them all down now. Okay, we'll sneak in behind the bench here. Are we at the back of the graveyard already? There's a little inlet over there. But what a difference from like having the grass cut to not cut. It's so much nicer that way. The graves should hopefully be pretty easy to blast off. We mostly just do the big faces. The edges or sides of them hopefully won't be that important. So hopefully we just give them a lazy spray and just spray the fronts and then they're all done. What is... Oh, that's a fountain. It's either that or somebody really big was buried there. Lots of garbage here. It's like a wishing well, but people just throw garbage into it instead. Yeah, okay. That's all going down really well. Having the bigger size on this definitely helps us. We cut a massive swath. What is this thing? Stone? What is that? Why is there that here? I don't know what that is. More questions than answers. We're a third of the way down the grass already, actually. And that went quick. Super quick. Weeds are not quite half done, but nearly half done. There's going to be a lot of weeds here. Thanks to our super mower, though, they go down quick. That's one of the pricklier ones. This is also a prickly one. Yeah, the weed power is more of a luxury than a necessity at this point. I feel like I left some... Well, that's fine. No matter. Cut those down. Cut all these off. Do a little swirl. This is a double hedge, but we cut those off so quick now. And that's super nice. Wiggle in behind the bench. Cut a spot this way. And back towards where we started. We're now 51% of the way down the grass. We're over halfway down the weeds. The rest of them will just be sitting out there in the center somewhere anyway. Off we go. This must be electric now that I think about it. It's so quiet. Okay, we're going to just trim the bush a little bit more. Good. Alright. Now it's starting to get somewhere. It's just, you know, everything else that we gotta do. Yeah. The difference is so nice on the grass. It's so satisfying to see. We'll cut our way back and forth here. Yeah, having an upgraded thing definitely helps. This was the right choice for this one. Missed some tufts of grass here. I got a little quick in some areas. The weeds are going down quick too, so the weeds are nearly 2/3 of the way there now. Actually, they are 2/3 of the way. Grass is 2/3 of the way also. Those are probably roughly always work in parallel with each other. The weeds are amongst the grass. The weed eater is nice because it can take care of 2 objectives too. So it probably is more worth it to upgrade this. We can cut grass and weeds all in one go. Do you think it would be disrespectful if I left just this front half mode and left the back half? I could just tell them that I like these people better. The ones in the back didn't make the cut. Yeah, there we go. A tale of 2 graveyards. Guess there's still a lot of garbage in that one. But maybe the people under the ground like the garbage, who knows? It gives them lots of nutrients. Cut that one down. We'll work our way along this wall. Cut that big weed out. And then there won't be much left after this, actually. Once I cut out this strip, we'll basically be done. And we just gotta pressure wash it a little bit. There's 50 things to pressure wash. That's really not that bad. These all seem like they're fairly straightforward. The benches may be a little bit annoying. But with their extra big sprayer too, that should take them down fairly quickly. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of stains either. The yellow bandit may not have been here. Gotta get those weeds off the graves whenever I can too, otherwise I'm likely to miss them for quite some time. I guess as we pressure wash them, that would get them done. So what have we done? 95% of the grass, 100% of the grass. We didn't have to do that a little bit. 7 weeds left. 1, there's 2, 3, 4. We missed, there is yellow here. That's okay, our super sprayer is so big now that it's way too strong. Okay, there's 3 weeds hiding out there somewhere. No matter. We got garbage to do first. Garbage is actually sort of the biggest problem on this one. I still don't regret having upgraded my mower. But having this upgraded might not be a bad idea before too long because we're starting to see more and more garbage. And if we could suck these things up just a little quicker, that would be great. If we could do 2 things at a time, even better. But apparently that technology doesn't exist in whatever universe this is. It's so quick now to take up the yellow spots. I don't really need a strategy to do it. Alright, sucky power engaged. Gonna suck these graves right out of the ground. Okay, that one, good. Keep on going. Just a few more pieces and the backside's done. Mostly. I might have missed a piece or 2, but we'll find it as we go. We still gotta find those missing weeds as well. That's gonna be a bigger part of this challenge. They're out there somewhere. So we'll get those guys. That one, good. What else we got? A couple pieces here and there. Those corner pieces always make me feel like one too. Alright, so we got all this. We're just missing a few weeds. Oh, there's some of the weeds are actually right there. One of my original bushes. I just missed them lazily. So that was only 2 of the pieces. There's one more weed. It's probably on one of the hedges too, I should think. Or it's right there in the grave. So now everything's done but the pressure washing, which I'm hoping can go quickly. Because we can just do side by side. Yeah, basically the front and the back needs to be done. We can maybe do it like that where we get sort of the back in one side. And I think that's going to be good enough for most of these. They're not that picky. The lampposts, I could probably do a similar thing. Just sort of get a clean spray both corner to corner, so to speak. These ones might be a little bit more... There. Done. Do the trees get dirty? The trees don't need to wash. The benches do. I'm probably going to do the benches last. Because the benches feel like they're not going to be that fun to do. I don't particularly enjoy the benches. The graves aren't as fun either. I really like the big things. I want just wide open walls and fields and paths. Big straight lines as far as the eye can see. We did that one already. We'll get a little bit of this one. A little bit of this one. That one's done. We're tearing through these. We have 38 left to do. That really won't actually take long. We can get multiples here. Look at us go. Efficiency went up like 800%. Done. Gotta get a little bit on the backside. That was all of them, right? There's a lamppost over here I didn't see. Looks like a short lamppost. I was gonna say cut it down. I play too many logging games. We'll see about this bench going down. And we'll turn it over. Good, we'll knock all that out. Bench done. This is our walking speed. This is our sprinting speed. Can you tell the difference? Because I barely can. Alright, let's do the front of this bench. Hamburger style. The superior style. And then we can maybe get both of these at once. It's weird how every once in a while it like jumps over. When you do these like different sized areas, if they're flat it's very consistent. But anytime you get like any narrower bits, it like jumps over spots. And I don't know why. Okay, we're gonna get this bench from this angle for some reason. Give it a spray down the back. Where it's extra dirty. The front's the most important side, that's where people sit. Alright, that's done. Lamppost is nearly done. And just like that, we are done 22 of the things. Most of the remaining are gravestones. And these will go quickly. I'm going to try and do it like this, where we just sort of do a flyby. I think if I keep the angle pretty consistent, I should actually be able to get away with this. Give you a spray. Sorry, but the graves up front got all my hair. You guys are getting the express rinse option. And then we just reverse. Now we do this side till they're done. Done. It takes a second to register sometimes, but this is actually quite consistent, so that's nice. So we can rapid fire the graves now. So there's another one. Didn't get that one maybe. Wait, did you ding? Where is my ding? If the graves don't ding for me, we're not happy. Yeah, it's very quick to do it this way. Done. Couple lampposts now. These usually aren't too bad. We basically just gotta go corner to corner. What else? This little one, same deal. One side. Two side. There's the bench over here, lamppost. We're basically done. There's not that much left. We'll nice and carefully spray up this bench. And we'll get the lamppost while we're at it. Get that bit. Lamppost one side. Lamppost two side. And then basically done. Are you done? Did you ding? You dinged. We got a confirmation ding. Now there's only a few pieces left. Another bench. Getting pretty familiar with these benches, if you know what I mean. Try and get both sides of this. And done. The countdown is on. We got our circles. There's only 5 things left to do. Shouldn't take long at all. Couple little sprays here and there. Good. Same thing. Just got to do the lamppost, the bench, and then the fountain. I'm actually looking forward to the fountain because it's something a little different. It's a nice big face. This is just a lot of little wooden bits. Very nearly done the bench. There we go. No, is this a 2-part fountain? It might be. It feels like it's going to be a 2-part fountain, but it's nice and big, so we should be able to just, yeah, take massive bites out of it at a time. Maybe it's a chocolate fountain. That would be such a fun thing for a graveyard. I'm going to suggest that to my local community. Oh, we got to get right up here with this, actually. It's less fun now. Can we climb up there or no? So, is it all one piece? Does this also count as part of it? This actually might. I'm not really sure. So we go around here. Good. Now we go this way. And that way. Yep. This is good. I like this part. This feels nice. We get those wide open spots. Alright, the upper part's done. No need to spray that. We'll go back to hamburger style. The superior hamburger style. And then we'll be done momentarily. Doesn't that just feel good? Yeah, I like parts like this. We're 76% done, so hopefully I'm not missing enough that it doesn't complete once we circle the globe here. Done. So the graveyard is done. $1 million for us.